We've got basketball action from Chase Center, the new home of the Warriors here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. For the Brooklyn Nets, they come into tonight's game after losing to the Celtics and just couldn't finish strong. They took a 4-point loss in that one.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
On the wing, Thompson. Back to Curry. They kick it out to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Outside Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Launches it. And it's sent back by Drummond. To the inside. Durant. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. For both teams tonight, unbelievable talent up front.
Kevin, you're right. I love seeing what we have in store in the paint area in this matchup. I think that's likely where this game is going to be decided.
They let you get that
3. Drills it from outside.
Anytime Curry gets a look from deep, he's letting it fly. And he's probably knocking it down, too.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Steve Nash. I asked about Steph Curry and the problems he poses to defense that fans don't know about. Coach said everyone knows about the shooting, but he's the most slippery guy in the league, too. Constant movement, dips in and around screens all the time. He's hard to locate. And they will have to do their best not to lose Curry in this one. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Now Irving, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Outside, Simmons. Curry with the steal.
Damn, I was trying to pass that bitch.
This one for 3. The shot off that time. The Nets go the other way with it.
If you look at the leaders in rebounding, it's almost a sure thing that Drummond's name is going to be near the top of that list. That's the kind of impact on the boards he's made over his career.
And Curry, here we go. Here's Thompson. And Simmons with the rebound.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
This goes to...
And Greg, when it comes to players who've led the league in rebounding, very few have done it as many times as Drummond.
And of the guys that have done it more than twice, like Andre, I've got some good news for him. Every one of them is either in the Hall of Fame or soon will be.
Now Irving, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Out to Harris. Right side, Irving. Drummond. Back to Irving. To the middle. It's 1 on the clock. And it's Drummond with the jam.
You know, I would venture to say if you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still could score in double digits. He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
Now here's Wiggins. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shoots over KD. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Right side, Irving. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Curry from deep 3-point land. And they recover it. Green left side. Trying to get something going. It's hauled in by Harris.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Pass to Irving. Drummond a screen. Here's Irving. His last outing with 20 points. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And Drummond throws it down.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Thompson for three.
Go,
and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And after just one quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard.
Out onto the court. Get up on your feet and welcome your Warriors 15.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
How about that swat by Drummond, using all of his height and bounce to deny the offense there.
Here's Thompson. Walked again.
Man.
And his
Told
struggles
you, should not have
continue.
even scored.
Just still scoreless and just can't seem to take the lid off.
Pass to Irving. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming out
And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 16. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
A team first player. When Thompson notices one of his guys is uncovered, he is willing to get it to him.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Klay Thompson has lost 2 prime years to a torn ACL and then a ruptured Achilles. He says so many athletes have been through this. It's just a new set of challenges. With my style of play, I feel I can be effective till my late 30s. I plan on being the all-NBA player I was and won't settle for anything less. Guys, that will be a great comfort to his team.
Indeed, and who's going to doubt him? I love his attitude. Undaunted. David, thank you. Pass to Thompson. Back to Curry. A three-pointer, no good. Nets leading by 18.
And something we've seen the last few years, boxing ones thrown at Curry, although they've had mixed success.
And that one drops for him.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
And amazing to even consider using a box and one in the NBA, isn't it, Greg? But Curry does that with his offense to the teams that defend him.
Kevin, I agree, and it did work.
Why would he jump so early?
Finals. Curry is starting to adjust to that look. Much harder to use when Curry has other options on offense.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Cool, no good. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Drummond a screen. Down low. And Drummond throws it down.
They've gone out of their way to involve Drummond in this offense, and I think that's really kept him engaged.
Got a piece of it. Inside. Golden State moving the ball around. It's Curry with the drive.
Damn, Joe Harris.
Good. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
The kick out to Irving. Back to KD. Drummond a screen. Goes up again, and he lays it up and in. Drummond's got 14.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that. You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Irving looking for an opening. Puts the move on. Warriors with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. Over in the corner, Poole. Curry with a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 11.
Curry's release is so quick. As a defender, you can't afford to give him any space. You can't lay off at all.
Here's Drummond.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Outside Curry. Out to Thompson. There's the drive. And Thompson throws it down.
And with that length and great burst to throw it down, defenders have to be cautious of Thompson attacking the rim.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Simmons slams it in.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Pass to Thompson. Wiggins up top for three. That shot off. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their defense.
Andre Drummond. Damn, punishing him with Big Drum. You might want to stop that.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Clark, you had excellent handles for a front court player. How much of a benefit is it for a big man to be comfortable with the dribble, with the ball in his hands?
I think it's so valuable. And now it's a dozen to a dozen big guys can put it on the ground. I mean, it used to be 2 out of a dozen guys you'd see 6'8" or better that could really handle the ball in my day. But now it's commonplace, and it's a valuable skill. My late dad, emphasized that from the time I started playing organized basketball. Make sure you can go with the ball where you want to against pressure. If you can do that, then you'll always add value to your team as well.
Well, something, Greg, we can't take for granted. It's nice just to see Klay Thompson out on the floor.
No doubt, Kevin. You know, the NBA is just a better league with a healthy Klay Thompson. Makes this team more fun to watch. Good for humor and one incredible performance a year.
To the paint, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Tell you what, I could watch this move and this movie all night long. Irving doing a nice job getting his team quality shots.
Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message.
Well said, because it really could shift momentum here. I mean, the energy you see from the guys on the bench, when they get pumped up like that, I think everybody gets pumped up.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
That's his second.
And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league. But who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with. And my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
The Nets making a switch here. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Payton looking it over. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Looney. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Looney's got his first 2 points.
and you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. We're one of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks. It's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Stolen by Thomas. And Dragic with a clear path to the hoop.
No foul.
Oh, he can't cap off the break.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Looney. Back to Payton. Lets it fly from 18. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
To the inside. Here's Aldridge. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Aldridge has got 6 here in this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Warriors trail by 16. It's Curry with the drive. And it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Simmons. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
You know, to me, it looks like Simmons is sometimes better at scoring through contact. Excellent concentration there.
Give me that shit, man.
The 3 from KD.
Damn,
And the
slightly
rebound
late.
goes to the Warriors. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Kuminga, no good.
Damn.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the
Oh,
effort
slightly
level
early.
they've had has been
Very
outstanding.
early.
Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
And Greg, just from the eye test, Kuminga's built like a guy who's in his late 20s.
And physically, he's got some LeBron James to him. Great natural strength, fast, explosive off the floor. When he puts his head down and goes to the bucket, he can be unstoppable.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
On the wing, Porter. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And how chaotic was this offseason for Simmons? I mean, the trade rumors swirling, stepping back from Team Australia, ultimately traded, and you talk about someone just dying for a fresh start.
So valuable on the defensive side of the ball, Simmons goes beyond versatile, Clark. He can guard 1 through 5 at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, you start with his tremendous athleticism for a guy that's a legitimate 6'11". He takes pride in defending, and he's disruptive as well as disciplined.
Durant with a wide open look.
Go ahead, quit.